Hi guys. Well, you sure did a good job on your assignment this week. All had it turned in early, which was super awesome. Gave me lots of time to look at it. I'm going to run through real quick here the answers. Got some great help from you guys this week on making some great answers. And I want to show you a couple of things too. We're practicing our technology skills as well, okay? So this week you guys were reading about the Civil War in China. And the first question was, what two groups fought the Civil War and who led them? And Elijah helped me out with this answer right here. It was the communists led by Mao Zedong. That's how you say that name. And the other was the nationalists led by Chiang Kai-shek. Now, I know that name doesn't look like how it's spelled at all, and sometimes it's spelled differently. But remember, the Chinese don't use letters like we do. They have the characters. So, sometimes the translation of those characters into English letters look different than they sound. So thank you so much, Elijah, for your answer on this one. Those were the two sides. Remember, a civil war is two sides in the same country fighting against each other. Okay, second question, Martha, you helped me out with this one. And the question was, how did the superpowers take sides with the two Chinas? So, Martha, your answer was really nice. You said the Soviets supported communist China and gave them aid, and the U.S. tried to halt Soviet expansion and gave aid to the nationalists. So that was really, really nice because you talked about how both superpowers did. Few of you guys maybe addressed one side or the other, so I really like that in this answer. I want to show you something. I'm going to take it out of present mode, and I want to show you, I talked a little bit about this last week, but I know it takes some practice. So especially, when we're working on our spelling and all of those kinds of things, our word choice. So look in here, notice right here how this word has this little light red underline. So I'm going to click on it with my mouse, but I'm going to click on it with the right side of my mouse. And notice this word, this comes up, and I'm going to choose. In this case, it only gave me one to choose from. So I'm going to choose that, and that's correct. Now, I know this, and you might know this, but you might not. This is a proper noun. So proper nouns are people, places, and things, and we need to capitalize them. I'm going to fix that. And then notice again right here, we've got this word is not quite correct, and we're going to pick that word. Okay, so when you see that red line, it's going to tell you that there's a word that's not the quite the correct word. And then we added a letter right here. I know you guys are working on your typing as well. So the reason I wanted to show you that was just because that's going to come up from time to time, that little red line. And so don't be afraid to click on it with the right click and practice fixing those. What's nice is, Martha, you had such a nice answer. I could tell exactly what you meant. So it didn't matter that there was a little bit of spelling mistakes because your answer was really nice. All right, and then Estefania, she gave us this answer right here. So the goal of the Great Leap Forward, and why I liked this answer was it was so thorough. Because first, Estefania started with kind of giving us some more information than the question actually asked for, which was so nice. So Estefania wrote, Mao forced peasants in groups of 200 to 300 households to join collective farms or communes. And then she wrote, Mao then launched the Great Leap Forward, and his goal was to make the commune bigger and more productive. So what I really liked about that answer was she could have just started right here with this part, because that is what actually answers the question. But by adding this part, she's showing me that she knows what a commune is, and that's a new word, a new vocabulary word. And I just thought that was a really nice addition to her answer. So not required, but it really made that answer really complete and helped me as a teacher to know that Stephania understood what a commune was. So I thought that was really great. So thank you, Stephania. Now, Jairo, I love this picture you selected of Mao Zedong. He's much younger in this picture than in some of the pictures we see later on. And your definition was really nice. He was a politician and the top leader of the Communist Party of China and founder of the People's Republic of China. So I really appreciate that you added, especially this last part here, the People's Republic of China. That makes it sound like China belongs to the people. But we find out that Mao Zedong was a communist totalitarian leader, and the people pretty much had to do what Mao Zedong told them to do. So thank you so much, Jairo, for that answer. Now, Connor, I love this picture you chose of Chiang Kai-shek. So again, his name is very strange as compared to the spelling. It doesn't look like how it's spelled, but that's how you would say it. And the definition you gave us was nationalist, politician, revolutionary, and military leader who served. So we learn a lot about him versus just one of those three things. So I really appreciate it. And if you were just to look at the picture, could tell he was in the military because of his uniform. But I like how you added that he was a nationalist leader and he was a revolutionary. So he was fighting for change. So thank you, Connor, for that really nice definition and picture. And then Kobe gave us this definition, which I really liked as well. So this goes back to that word commune, which is a new word, and a group of people living together and sharing responsibilities. And I really like this, and I love this picture that Kobe picked. And I wanted to show you guys one other technology thing here. So it looks like a big group of people living together. So if I'm going to go add a slideshow again, now some of you guys are doing a great job with your pictures and enlarging them to fit the space. But some of you guys, I'm noticing you're pulling from the side. And look at what happens when you pull from the side. It's almost like you're a weird mirror at like the Mayfair, which sadly would have been this last weekend, right? So what we want to do to adjust the picture is always do it from the corner, okay? And that keeps the picture really, really nice. And it's okay if it doesn't fit exact in the box, that's fine. But again, you would not want to pull it from the top either because you're going to make them look all tall and skinny, which maybe they would like. So again, when you adjust your pictures, always adjust from the corners, okay? And that will keep it just how it should look without people looking kind of distorted or strange. So Kobe, thanks so much for this great picture of these people and this definition here. And because your picture was just a little big, I thought it was a great opportunity to show everyone how to make that picture fit a little bit better. A really great picture choice. All right, Hyro, I love this picture that you chose and the definition, Red Guards. They were a movement made up largely of college and high school students in China. And if you notice, they all have the red armbands, right? Okay, and remember red, when we hear that word in history, we want to think of communists. That's a good keyword. All right, and then Connor really liked this, what you gave us, both the picture and the definition. Cultural Revolution, formerly the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, was a socio-political movement in the People's Republic of China from 1966 until 1976. So we got really thorough definition there. That's great. And you've got all these people right here, looking at these little red books that you read about in your reading. So pretty cool. Thanks, Connor. And then last, this is this investigative question I gave you, the 4 changes Mao brought to China. And Estefania, she helped me with this answer, and there were a couple things I liked about this answer that I thought I'd point out. One is that she says one of the biggest changes. So here she's telling me that she thinks this is one of the most important. So it might have happened first, but it might have happened last, or might have happened in the middle. But she's saying it's one of the biggest changes was the Communist Party that took over. So she's saying that of all the changes, the Communist Party taking over. Then Mao setting out to rebuild China is another change. He seized the land and gave it to the peasants, right? Another thing. He forced them to join collectives or communal farms. He launched the Great Leap Forward. He wanted to make communes bigger and more productive. The plan failed. People did not like the strong control of the government. And then he started the Great Cultural Revolution to create this working class culture. Had the little red book, which had all Mao's thoughts and provided insight in all areas. And then the Red Guards were formed to eliminate the old form, old ideas, old culture, old customs, and old habits. So you got a lot of information in there. Estefania, one thing to make it a little bit more organized in your answer was like how you started here at the beginning, one of the biggest changes. So then you might want to introduce your next change by saying another change or a second change. And then you could start by the next one by saying a third change or another change again. And then the last one, you could say a fourth change or a final change. And then that makes it really organized for the reader to know what things are qualifying as the actual change and what things kind of go together. But I really appreciated how you started with biggest change right here, because you're telling me you think that was most important. So I'm kind of curious how everyone else feels about that, if they think that was the biggest change as well. So you guys, you did a really nice job this week. I'm really proud of all of your guys' hard work and all of your efforts to get your assignments done well, and even done early, which is really cool. So I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you enjoy your assignment this week, and let me know if you have any questions or need help. All right, talk with you guys later. Bye-bye.